How's it going, Joes and Joettes? This is Josh from Books by Josh, and this is episode number 33 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. This week's episode is titled Doors. So, let's talk. When I say doors, am I talking about the band The Doors? Doors in general? Hospital doors? What kind of doors? Talk about the doors of opportunity. Are they opening or closing? So, many of us see certain things that happen in our life and we say, oh man, I missed out on that opportunity. Oh, wow. Someone else goes, oh wow, this is a great opportunity. What do I mean by that? It's the classic saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, or is the glass half empty or half full? The reason I decided to do this topic this week is because I was recently presented an opportunity that can be both good and bad. And I'm weighing my decision on whether to go through with the opportunity, which I probably won't after thinking it over, because it's a great opportunity, but it's not for me. I'm not going to go into detail, but in the long run, it can help me. But I'm not the type of person that likes to go into joint ventures. I prefer certain things to be done by me alone. And that's the main thing. So a lot of people struggle because bad things happen. And that's true. But guess what? They say everything happens for a reason. Some people believe it. Some don't. I'm part of the former. I believe everything happens for a reason. Prime example. I was let go from a Fortune 500 company. Hey, I struggled after and I started working in another company and I met some great contacts there. And that helped me increase my resume, my cash flow. It started teaching me to invest because of the people I was now associating with. So me getting fired from my job, let go from my job, was one of the best things that happened at that time for me. I didn't know it at that point because what I learned after that job has carried me to this day. And this is back in 2013 and the 2012, So now it's 2018 and I still keep the lessons I learned working the job after that to this day. And keep in contact with a lot of people from back then because they taught me so much. I met people like Ira Neimark, Tony Gonzalez, a bunch of people. Joe Torre, Anthony Mason. But that's only one opportunity. The opportunity is, hey, I applied for a job at Carl's Jr. that was opening up here in Manhattan. Great salary, general manager of the whole restaurant. So that, unfortunately, I didn't get the position, but look, 6 months later, it's already closing down. So it's a blessing that I didn't get that in less than 6 months. I wouldn't have gotten unemployment because it's under 6 months, you understand? Everything happens for a reason. And that's why I look at life. Just because one opportunity, the door's closing, doesn't mean that it's actually not opening up for something greater. Prime example again. Let's talk my job. I wasn't satisfied with it, which is why I began looking for other work. And at that time, I was looking for other work, and the owners of the company I was working for knew that. And we sat down and we talked about it, and I instead received a promotion with a bump in pay. And that was great. And because I thought that my opportunity wasn't to be in that company no more, I was ready to close the door on that chapter of my life. But yet, we talked and we came up with something that was more beneficial for both of us. I'm no longer with them because they moved on to other pastures. But guess what? It's the concept that you can't just view everything as a negative. I look at my traffic. Hey, I received a comment on my Facebook page today with a frowning face, a sad face emoji on one of my posts. I go, why the sad face? What's up? No, you can't say. I could easily delete the comment, but why? If somebody commented, let me hear them out. They might have feedback that could work out better for me. You never know. And I learned that in life, that you never know what's going to happen with certain things. I met a book editor who, by just talking to him, because of just my customer service, we started talking about what I do on the side. I tell him I'm a writer, and we got into talking. And mind you, I'm doing my regular 9 to 5 at that point in time. Yet I was able to put in my side business list, my writing, stuff like that. And I've been talking to myself. I talk to myself a lot, basically thinking out loud. But I'm not putting out enough content, this and that. I don't know what to write about. And that's true. It's hard to write nonfiction. Fiction is easier. Wait, no. When it's made up, it's easier. I'm out of it. Worked a crazy week so far. It's Wednesday night, 11 p.m. 11:30. Wow. It's been a crazy week, but I've been saying, hey, I've been working hard. I have nothing to write about. I'm trying to find a new job. I don't know if I need surgery on my shoulder. I'm giving all these excuses, and I'm like, wait, why not just write about what I'm going through? You know, there's a door of opportunity right there. Can't close the door. Oh, I can't put out content because guess what? I don't know what to say. No. Let me put out content about what's happening. Every day's not the same. Hey, just today I wrote a post before this is why it's 11:30, about something that happened with IHOP. You know what? Let me tweet at IHOP the same thing and see what happens. I can get some traffic that way. Let me talk about about how scared I am to have that MRI. It was pretty scary. So I realized, wait, it's okay. Hey, I barely fit in that machine, but I'm using these. You can't have a closed mind. That's the whole point of this episode. You have to think everything. The door's never closing. And just because one door closes doesn't mean another one doesn't open. Prime example. I like saying prime example because I have so many of them. I wanted the Note, what was it? Note 7, yes. Note 7. This is when I worked on wireless. I was going to order the Note 7. It's like $775 or $825, something like that. I was going to buy it. I got a discount, was going to be like $690. And use it as my phone, personal phone. And guess what happened? Sold out. I'm like, oh man, I can't believe it sold out. Called up my distributor directly. Can I get this phone? Blah, blah, blah. I'll take it unlocked. I'll pay right now. No. Less than 2 days later, guess what? They're exploding. Everything happens for a reason. I didn't capitalize on that. I could wrote about that, made a video. Guess what? I didn't, but that was on me back in those days. I say that's like 2 years ago, but that's the point I'm trying to make. Just because things look grim now doesn't mean it's always going to be like that. Just think about it. You never know who you're going to meet tomorrow. Hey, you had a bad breakup. Okay. Maybe that person wasn't the one. But guess what? The next one might be the one. You had to go through that so you can experience the next point in life. That's what I want everybody to think about. Don't focus on the negatives. Focus on the positives. Like Les Brown says, if you fall down and you hit rock bottom, make sure you land on your back. Because if you can see the sun, if you can see the way out, you can get up. He sounds a lot better when he says it because he knows the quote exactly. I'm just paraphrasing off the top of my head as I'm talking this episode. But the whole point is, don't be discouraged at this point in time. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. Just keep on putting in the work. Eventually, it's going to become second nature. And guess what? Something's going to happen. It might be an email from a sponsorship. It could be anything. It could be a promotion. It could be a job offer. Hey, you've applied to 200 jobs. Hey, I've applied to over 100. I got a call back today. It's not what I'm looking for. After discussing numbers, the numbers are okay, but the responsibilities I can't perform anymore. But that's the whole thing. You got to put yourself out there. You can't just keep living, it failed. That's it. There's no more opportunity. The thing is done. And the reason I thought about that is because I was reading a post, I forgot on where, and I closed out the tab, where a guy started a company, got the investment for it, and guess what? It was going nowhere, so he decided to change the idea. Guess what? Ended up making him many dollars more than he expected. I think he sold his company for over $50 million. That's not my goal. I'm never going to sell this because I'm Josh. Then I got to change my name. A lot of good names are taken. But that's the whole thing. You have to think about it. It could be a setback or it can be a way to grow. And that's the beauty of life. We learn from it every day. And we can either let life happen or we can make life happen. Think about that. And catch you guys in the next one. See ya.